The Wilderness update today meant I made a lot of money. To make this money, it wasn't from any bosses, and I didn't even go PKing. So let me show you how I somehow managed to think outside the box and make a ton of money. So the day started off with me super excited for the new content. But then I thought, I've got no friends, I've got no clan members logged in, I'm all alone, and it's just not fair. But then I saw Dino's stream, and he was inviting absolutely the whole world to it, and I thought, brilliant, let's go. So I tried to hop on to his CC, and it was full. But in his stream, he said everyone's limited to a crystal bow, and the gear setup you can see absolutely the whole army wearing. Now, I've never been good at instructions, so yeah, I took a Vigorous chainmace and a little bit of crush DPS. My plan was to snipe all the drops and get absolutely rich and famous. If you're enjoying the content so far, don't forget to subscribe and maybe even consider dropping a like. It helps the channel massively and I really appreciate it. Sadly, my idea just didn't work. Although I was hitting quite consistently, I just wasn't getting the loot. It just seemed like it was completely up to random chance, or there was enough people in the room that were also doing the same thing as me. I did this for half an hour and got 3 kills. The mass event was awesome and great fun, but I was getting a little bit bored without getting any rewards. I thought I'd check out the demi bosses, so I jumped to Grand Exchange, went to gear up, and noticed climbing boots were a sky high price. Now, if you don't know, you can actually buy, after Death Plateau, climbing boots for 12 GP from Tenzing. And this got me thinking, should I do, on the completely oddest day, when everyone's viewing the new content, a 0 GP from scratch challenge? Well, the answer was yes, so I banked everything, took out, well, 0 GP, and off I went. My plan was simple, get some starting cash, and then have a little look into if there's any other items I could do this with. So I could have played this a little bit better, but I went straight to the guards and started pickpocketing. From here, I made 1k, and I started running over to Tenzing, all the way in Bertharop. By spamming between spacebar and 1, I managed to fill up my inventory really quickly. I almost started running back all the way to the Grand Exchange, because I hadn't bought a teleport, but then I was an idiot. I realised I could just bank these in the Warriors Guild. Now, while I was gearing up, I saw quite a lot of people in Helm of Nezis, so I thought I'd better check the price. I was absolutely shocked. They were going for like 70k at some point. This was an absolute goldmine, because if you don't know, you can actually buy these helmets on Nezanot for only 50k. I could go to there, get these helmets, go back to Grand Exchange and sell them for 20k profit per one. This was absolute bank. So I gathered enough boots to buy at least 2 helmets. I thought, this plan's going to fail any second, there must be something wrong with this. I just had to go try this out. I bought a couple of house tablets and then I had enough gold to go buy 2 helmets. Now this is where I ran into my first slight issue, but it's only really slight. You had to drop the helmet every time you wanted to buy a new one. You couldn't have any in the bank, you couldn't have any equipped, but you could, it turns out, have them selling on the GE. I didn't know this at the time though. So I bought my 2 helmets nice and easily, went back to Grand Exchange, and then 30 seconds later, they sold. Oh my god, I'm onto a method here. This could be amazing. I started doing multiple trips, teleporting up, and every time I could buy a few more helmets. And before you know it, I'd made 2 mil in about half an hour. I was now at the point where I'd made so much cash, I could actually fill up more than inventory. And I suddenly realised I could put these in the bank, note them, and then bring them back out, drop them on the floor, and just carry on. This meant I could just carry on doing this until I ran out of gold, then go sell the helmets, and have so much more gold to carry on doing this. I was making 20k every 10 seconds or so. So a little bit of quick maths here. So 10 seconds means 6 a minute, and that means 6 times 60, 360 helmets per hour. 20k each. That's 7 mil. 7 mil when I literally started this half an hour ago. That is crazy. After 2 hours, I'd made just below 16 mil. And at this point, I realised all the wilderness weapons were crashing. I thought this was a great time to buy one. because I thought as soon as everyone realises that you can just do the bosses solo, they'll buy Vigorous chain maces. They must go back up in price. So I carried on doing the helmets to be able to afford Vigorous chain maces. After 4.5 hours of doing this, I managed to make 25 mil. I have to admit, my hand was starting to hurt, but I was able to buy 3 Vigorous chain maces at the lowest price possible. They were just starting to go back up in price, and I fancied a break from doing the helmets. I went off with my clan because they were now logged in to do a bit of Vetion. 3 hours later, sadly I didn't get any good drops, but the chain maces had gone up to 11.5 mil. I sold them off, and that brought me to a total of 35 mil made today. For me, I was absolutely over the moon. Now, I could have carried on doing the bosses and got maybe extremely lucky and made a huge amount of money, but that's not guaranteed whatsoever. And I love methods like this, thinking outside the box and just doing something different from everyone else. It's what keeps the game interesting for me, and it's why I'm still playing to this day. So if you have enjoyed this content, please do subscribe, and please do leave a like. It's greatly appreciated, and it keeps me going. It keeps me wanting to come up with new ideas and making new great videos for you guys. So, with that being said, I'm going to try and hunt down these new rare weapons. As always, good luck with your grinds, and I wish you the best RNG. See you in the next video.